Welcome back.
Dan the man,
Good to be here.
good to be here alongside you, sir.
So we were just talking about habits and the idea of like, if you don't show up every day to the habit that you're building, does that mean that you're a failure? And does that mean that you shouldn't continue on? Because we all know it's so easy to just stop something once we've stopped the streak. And it's really powerful in our community, in our tribe, how people are doing like long stints and streaks and stretches of training or abstaining from certain substances or not eating certain elements of their usual diet. And then all of a sudden the streak ends for some reason. And it can feel like, well, it's the end. And it's so important to just acknowledge that just because we have a moment where something is paused, it doesn't mean that we can't reconnect and start again the next day. So any kind of experiences that you can draw on that's been, applicable for you?
Yeah. Meditation's something that has come in and out of my life, you know, for many, many, many years. And at the beginning of the year, I really wanted to make it a focal point again, and I was really, really vigilant for a good period of time. And then I just stopped for a few days. And you discussing what goes on in people's minds when you finish a streak is exactly what went on in my mind. So the power of momentum with a positive streak is incredible, but it should not lend itself to the power that takes place when you stop it in a negative sense. And it took some real training on my behalf to be able to kind of say, wait. It isn't the end. It's just a pause, like you said. So I've brought it back, but in a different way. And I haven't put as much pressure on myself. I'm not necessarily using, the same environment that I was when I was doing an app or whatever it may have been. But I'm taking moments out for 5 or 10 minutes to just meditate or to just be present. And I'm glad to say that things are moving back in a really solid momentum, which is awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
What about you?
Yeah, I think reading's been a big one. I committed at the start of the year to read a book a month, which for me is huge. And so far I'm on track, which is amazing.
It's amazing.
And the idea was that it was going to be a daily practice, but of course, sometimes things get in the way. And I remember in January, it was like I had a great streak, and then there was a short period where I just didn't have the ability to do it. And of course, now that I even say that, I'm like, I'm sure there was an opportunity to read one line, but I didn't do it. And so what it just opened up for me is that I just got to get back on to it when time permits and when things open up. And all it meant was that I had to stretch myself to read a little bit longer each day to get the book done in the time frame that I had put out for myself. And that was a great experience too, because I realized the importance of the daily habit means that I can get things done in a more relaxed approach. And if by chance I can't commit and I can't get it done, it just means I'm going to spend a bit longer prioritizing that because I am excited to, achieve this goal of a book a month. But it's so fun to just see how hard we are on ourselves. And that's been a common theme from lots of the talks that we've had, because universally it's just like so easy to give ourselves a hard time and think we're wrong and a failure and weak, and then we just give up. And it's like we've got to draw on all the breakthroughs that we've had in our lives to see that we've always picked ourselves up. And if you are struggling, I think it's great to reach out to a friend, a loved one, or a coach, or someone in your network that you feel can help draw you back to where you want to be, because sometimes it's not easy to do it by yourself. And I know that, very intimately in my own life, and I'm sure the same for you. Coaching and mentorship really is the way to get great feedback to thrive.
It sure is. Mentorship, coaching, community, it's a powerful thing. So if you do feel like you're stuck, or if you feel like you've been able to make progress with something and you're stunted, reach out to a friend, reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation with you about, just getting things moving again, getting things moving in the right direction.
Sometimes it's just hard to start, but just start by doing something right now.
Perfect.